Your countdown. Come talk.
We're live.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, this is weird. Hello, friends.
Hi. Okay, wait. Who's here? Let me pull out my phone. I can't read that.
Okay.
Ray is here.
Hello, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
How are you?
We got people. We have folks.
Yes, folks.
This is my first time doing this.
Different folks for different strokes.
Other way around, right?
No, isn't it different?
Different strokes for different folks, Ryan. Oh,
I feel lied to.
How did that
Okay.
even make sense? Okay, great start.
Oh, there's actually people here.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
Monarchs and Margaritas. I love that name.
Oh, that's iconic.
Hi, people who are here.
A butterfly.
You are here from Jack and Ryan's channel. I'm Nick,
You're here
and
for
I was really worried that nobody was going to show up.
You have 6 people, so that's not nobody.
what? 16.
Oh, there's 60. Oh, 8 on my phone. It went up.
This makes me there says 18 now.
Yeah.
Okay, it did go up.
She's climbing.
Hi from Rochester, Minnesota.
Ooh, who?
He said Mayo Clinic.
Effa Tinsley.
Is Mama Jill
That's
here
a
yet?
cool name. Yeah, where's your mom?
Mama Jill's gonna come.
She
She's
said-
coming.
She said, I'm
My
putting-
mom
Mama Jill
My
will
mom went, "Will it help you if I come watch?" And I was like, I mean, if you want to. It's not like you see me all the time.
Mama Jill will make her presence known when she shows up.
Oh my
I
god.
hope her
can't
username's
wait.
just like Nick's mommy.
No, I think it's her school account, so
Oh,
it's just gonna be
Like-
there.
It's like Miss Water at whatever kind of school she teaches at. .edu.
Mr. Wackafack.
It's fine.
Thrifty
gosh.
is here.
Hi, Danica.
Hey guys,
Yes.
thank you for coming
I'm from New Jersey.
from New
Hi.
Jersey.
Started streaming 100 seconds ago. That's really odd that
Okay.
it tells me that.
Which time is it? Oh, 19. My phone's glitching and it won't show the 1. So it goes from like 18 to 8 and then 9 to 19.
Yeah, me too. Oh, my sister's in the chat.
Hi, Megan. Hello.
Megan.
Okay.
She said hi, Nick. She didn't say hi to us.
Okay. Well,
She loves you guys more than she loves me.
I'm going to leave.
Thanks, Megan.
Angry Owl Online, you watched my video today. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. I just kind of was salty about people mispronouncing 10 different brands.
That
I
seems
feel like
like
I'm
shade at
definitely
us.
half of them. But like, that's fine.
Wow, you post
Oh,
something like
we-
that and then
okay,
have
good.
us on that same night.
We
That's
fixed the
So
handles.
I love to shade Jack and Ryan all the time for like butchering French words, because if you don't know, I speak French fairly well. And so they'll be like a bow neck all the time. The amount of times they've mispronounced bateau neck.
Is that how you say it?
Bateau.
I just call it boat.
Yeah, it's boat. Bateau means boat.
I'm just gonna call it baguette.
Okay, so here's my rebuttal to your rebuttal. That's not wrong. I'm just speaking in English.
Okay,
Fight me.
sounds good.
That's why in like every single video, there's at least one thing that we say Nick's gonna roast us for this one.
There's definitely.
I guess I always
There's
do.
been a moment.
It literally
There's been
happens
many
all the time.
moments. I can't speak. I'm just bad at pronunciation, and I also can't.
I was
read
gonna say
anything.
also like Ryan almost
It's
like
just me.
tries to.
Well,
Like
okay.
Cartonnier, the Anthro brand. He says it
Cartonnier.
right all the time. Off
Cartonnier. My soul like flew out of my body, like
Yeah.
Casper style. It was
That's
like,
really
And it's
fun.
only when we're filming, he just all of a sudden is like Cartonnier, and I'm just like,
And it's really fun though to kind of like twist everybody's like butt a little bit and just watch everybody.
twist everybody's butt.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to say that.
You just it's the PC version of like get everybody's panties on and that. That's not. That's not,
PC.
not
Can you say the
advertising.
PC version?
What
Yeah,
do all
what?
of your shirts say? What does this shirt say?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, and
It's
then
a
there's a
twins
little
shirt.
like.
Oh. Okay, wait. Before I show you mine, do y'all remember the commercial? It was a commercial, and I think it was for Old Navy when they were having a sale, and it was like, well, it's from Old Navy because my shirt's from Old Navy, but the whole family would shut the front door.
Yes.
Shut the front door.
I swear to God. I can remember the last time maybe I like myself.
I found this
Same.
shirt at the bins, and I was like, I need it.
I feel like that's all my t-shirts.
Mine
now.
just says Vineyard Vines.
I only put this
I'm
t-shirt
about
on
to go on a
now
cruise
because I
and then play
sweat
some
when we
golf.
get under these lights and film, and the back graphic of all my t-shirts sticks to the wall. So I have to wear things that have a graphic on the back so I don't stick to it.
Oh.
Does it not happen to you?
No, because I don't wear old, gross t-shirts.
Ryan's t-shirts aren't old and gross. They're just distressed.
Thank you, Nick. It's pretty now.
Okay, everybody who's in the chat, since I'm new to meeting all of you guys, will you guys drop your name for me? Because I'd love to get to know you guys. Because I know Jack and Ryan knows a lot of your names because I am often in their lives too, but I have not gotten a chance to meet you guys. So I'd love if you dropped your name for me. And my chat is delayed from all of yours, and so it might if I like react to your name in about a minute, that's why.
Let's see. Thrifty Sue is Danica. Okay, we know.
Ryan. I love cheese. Hi, Danica.
I know Danica.
I know who you are.
Danica.
Sabrina says Sabrina. Marissa says Marissa.
See, I have everybody's like Google name, so I'm like,
what do you mean?
Like Marissa is Marissa.
Well, some people
Sabrina
use
is
their name.
Sabrina.
Josie, you have the coolest username, Monarchs and Margaritas. I know they already said that earlier, but like, iconic.
Sabrina Latina. She's this lady that pops in some of our like chats sometimes, and her name is Lena Latina. It's my favorite thing ever.
Dresden. Oh my gosh, Dresden. That's her username. Margaret bought those date butterfly sneakers from me. Oh my gosh, those were so cute.
And she bought one of my mystery boxes. I hope you liked it. I really had a lot of fun making those, but oh my gosh, were they a lot of work.
Megan, I live with you, LMAO.
Which mystery boxes? Because you've done a few kinds, right? You do like mall. You've done mall ones, and you've done like normal.
The other one,
right?
So,
multiple.
So before Janine 19 happened, I had made when we were still like open, when it wasn't bad in Minnesota where I live and they visit, I went to the bins a couple times in a week, and I bought like 200 pounds of clothes, and I just did mystery boxes for people.
That'd be fun.
And that was all like really nice, like not insane stuff, but all stuff that I would have sold myself. And so I sold those for $50 a piece, and people loved those. And then I had tons of stuff, because if you know me, I sell a lot of stuff to consignment. Like I do a lot of consigning, like physical consigning stuff. Mm-hmm. And I had all of that stuff, but the store that I consigned stuff at closed. And I was like, what am I going to do with this? But people were really hurting for inventory. So I boxed all that stuff up and sold those at a cheaper price. But people liked those as well. So I was happy to do that for people. And it was fun making all those mystery boxes. I think the post office hated me. My poor post office, they know me now though, so they see me coming. Yeah. And it's always like 10 minutes before they close. So if I ever come earlier than that, they always give me like a hard time.
How many did you end up sending out?
Between the two, at least 50.
See, when I sell mystery boxes, usually the max I do is like 5 or 6, and I get so overwhelmed just with that. So like I couldn't imagine.
Hard.
Like it's just like. You have to remember like the weight limit. You have to make sure you count the right amount. If you do like 10 items per box, it's just like it's overwhelming. It's scary. And then I always
it was a lot, but like at that time I say, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want it to sound vain or like mean or like
through the roof, and like I didn't need to do it.
Vain. But I can feel it.
Okay, but at the time I did it, my sales were not great. Like it was that beginning of pandemic, everybody having like a heart attack, not selling anything moment. And I sold 50 mystery boxes, 30 of which were $50 a piece, and 20 of which were $30 a piece in a week.
Okay, so how much is that?
I did like $2,500 in a week and a half.
Good.
But I went out and I spent like a lot. I mean, not a lot. Like I made money, but like I spent probably $600 that week on inventory for these boxes. Mm-hmm. But I still made a hefty amount of money.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really like my goal in that. Like I wasn't doing it to make because I could have made way more money if I would have sold everything.
Yeah.
But I was literally like not. I think I saved 2 pieces that I bought that entire week for myself. a pair of Helmut Lang leather pants, and a Free People jacket.
Yeah.
Those are very different items.
Okay, and you know me, I hate Free People. I sent so much Free People out, but it was really cute.
Yeah.
Did our Goodwills open up? No, our Goodwills did not open in the cities, and they're not going to open until at least June 1st. And the bins, like my insider information for our bins in the cities, is that they're not opening till July.
That is so sad.
And so, yeah, I'm adjusting still.
Down. Because they were too afraid of everybody getting too sick.
Literally
they just closed them
bins.
until 2021.
Wait, who did?
Des Moines.
Like Iowa.
Oh, well, the Iowa bins aren't that great, according to
me. But, like, it was a big location, and it was always so busy. Like, there was always so many
gosh, it was always so busy, but, like, I don't know why.
I think because they didn't want to pay the rent anymore at this stage.
Probably. I know our, like, the Minnesota Goodwill, like, network, along with the bins, before this was all happening, I know they were having inventory problems, like, pretty bad inventory problems.
They had too many hard goods.
And, like, on the clothes end, I know they had lots of hard goods, but they were having, like, severe, like, not enough clothes.
Yeah.
Because, and buckle in, folks, this is good information. I don't know if it's the same for everywhere in the country, but that's how the Minnesota Goodwill network works. And the Minnesota, if you don't know, has the second largest Goodwill network in the country behind California. And has one of the highest, like, turnover, like, volume. I got a behind the scenes tour of the outlet from one of the people, and they explained everything to me. But the way our Goodwills run is that they have at all times, 6-month surplus of inventory. And that's what the outlets function as, distribution, like storage centers. So they could not get a donation for 6 months. Like, they could just stop getting donations and run all of their retail stores to full capacity. That's how much backstock that they have in the outlets. And then the stuff that comes out at the outlets, like the raw stuff that's like straight donations, is anything that they have on top of that 6-month surplus. Because they can't.
Interesting.
They can't hold that extra amount of stuff. And so that's how they decide when they put raw goods on the floor versus when they just push the ticket, like the old Goodwill stuff. And they've also do this strategy when they don't have a ton of extra that they need to get rid of. They mix raw goods with the ticketed stuff because they've found that they sell 20% more stuff when they're mixed together, when they put 20% raw with 80% tickets versus just straight tickets. Like old Goodwill stuff. It's super interesting. And another fun fact about the bins is that they only sell 10% of the stuff that goes on the floor.
I believe
because a lot of that stuff is garbage.
When they cycle pretty quick.
Yeah, and I feel like the ones that we go to, it's always like every half hour, 45 minutes. There's like a full new.
That's why I was wondering.
And like, some of the other locations, like especially the one that's in St. Paul, which is the biggest, they every 15 minutes, every day.
Like, is that the reason behind the big shortage? Is because they just move too fast? Like, what if they just slowed down a little?
They didn't get as much donations. They stopped getting their donations slowed down, or at least their clothing donations slowed down. So what they did to mitigate that was they started bringing out more hard goods because they always have enough hard goods.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, they have hard goods coming out of their ears.
Yes.
Hard goods. But they ran out of clothing for the retail stores, and so they stopped pushing as much clothing and they put out more hard goods. But yeah, that's what happened. So I'm assuming they're taking this extra time not only to train their employees more, but also to kind of catch up, even though they haven't started taking donations yet.
It's weird.
Catch up like with how behind they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually kind of a good.
Des Moines open. They started taking donations.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense to me. And oh my god, there was so much stuff. My mom's like,
I know
you donated, and I was like,
I know both Salvation Army and ARC in Minneapolis area have both started taking donations, but Goodwill hasn't.
Salvation Army is
I feel like
open.
Salvation Army never really stopped taking donations.
Ours did. The one in Burnsville, Minnesota, stopped for like.
I remember when it was like
weeks.
when you couldn't go to reach when they shut non-essential businesses down. I remember
they
I think
stopped for like 2 weeks when they started
shut down.
Yeah, well, see, I don't have a Salvation Army like anywhere close to me. I have one that's 20 minutes away in a city called Elk River, which is kind of in the country. I mean, it's not really in the country, but it's a little bit country. For those of you who are curious, where I live is on like the north side of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. I live like a half hour north of Minneapolis. And like I'm in the last
completely opposite
other side.
I'm in like as far north as you can get in the suburbs before you get into like yeehaw country.
The dealies.
And so like where I live 3 blocks from a major highway that takes me like into the cities. Like I go to college at the University of Minnesota, and I live at home. So I drive there every day, and it takes 25 minutes to drive to St. Paul, where my college is. So like I don't live far from the cities, but I live removed enough that I can go like yee, or I can go city.
Oh, you can go yee. That sounds like it. See, I'm a 2-minute walk from campus, and I love it. I make Jack drive me every day.
I just have one question before we get off of the topic of like thrift stores opening. Anyone in the comments, anyone watching this, has anyone heard anything about Savers? I like have heard not a peep about what they're doing.
I'm legitimately shocked. Savers wasn't like Monday or like Sunday night at midnight. They just like
usually Savers is so money hungry.
They are
that I would
greedy company.
That I would think that they would open like. But I have not heard anything, and I saw that they're still marked closed on the website, so I don't really understand. I mean, they're expensive anyways.
I know. I mean, like, I'm not really that mad because like.
Stacey's correct.
I agree with you, Stacey. 100%. Also, hi, Stacey. You're amazing. Thank you for the mask.
Jennifer says Savers are sending out emails as they open. See, on their
might
website,
just be like a regional.
On their website, it said we're slowly opening some stores. I just saw ones near us. We're not.
Because I feel like the Savers that we usually go to it's in a really populated area. Like it's in the middle of like 3 different. Relatively large cities.
Awful small.
It's not like malls. It's not going to.
I'd prefer not like to ever go into a Savers again.
That's it too.
Savers. They're so funky.
Okay, the Savers. Look, I have one Savers within like 20 minutes of where I live, and then all of the other ones are down closer to where like Jack and Ryan are, like or where Jack is originally from.
Yeah.
But the one that's closest to me is in not a good area.
Where is that one?
Do you know where Northtown Mall is? Like it's like Coon Rapids Blaine area.
I think I've driven by it. I think
it's kind of like I want to say like it's close to like Brooklyn Center Park area. It's like across the Mississippi.
We've maybe
anyway.
I don't know the area too well though.
Not the best area. And everything is so expensive.
Oh my god.
No, but like this Savers is like particularly expensive. Like H&M dresses for $25. H&M t-shirts for like $13.99. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Savers. I could go on a whole rant on Savers. Maybe that'll be a new YouTube video. Savers.
The amount of times that Savers has tried to screw Jack is
too many.
They're just
my gosh. And it's blatant. They don't care either.
No.
They'll just
I got kicked out of a Salvation Army, so
I remember I did when I first started.
Because they accused me of switching tags even though I didn't.
That's what happened to me. I was like everything. I went on half off day, and this was like right when I first started reselling. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And I had like 2 things that didn't have like a tag on them, and I was like, hey, like these don't have a tag. Like, you know, could I still have them? Like I literally just asked, like, could I still have them for half off, like the regular price? And they were like, you have to go.
Not a yes or no.
Well, no, they were like, so it was this like manager who like he still works at that Savers, so like. And then he tried to charge me $9 for a North Face t-shirt.
Yeah, and
awful.
And the one that we go to, they never are strict about anything. They actually usually ring up everything as like
wrong.
$2.
They ring it up so wrong.
I don't know
which
why.
Like the nicest people. They're the hardest working.
I know all Salvations have the sign of like no tag, no sale.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, hey, like, can you just like ring these up and then like, could I get them for half off? And he was like, okay, so he called the manager over. Was just this like really scary like little man who doesn't have any hair, And they're like, why didn't these have a tag on them? And I was like, oh, they were just on the to-go back rack, which is also right on the other side of the cash registers. And I was like, I just pulled them off. Like, I just didn't notice until they like didn't have a tag on them. He's like, okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, you're gonna have to go. We think you switched the tags. So I remember I had one of my friends go back for me, and I remember I like told her what it was, and she went back and she bought everything for me.
Okay. What Danica just said. I've heard a lot of things like that happening with savers. She said, I brought shoes to the register once, and the girl said, this can't be right, and had the manager reprice them higher. That happened to my aunt at the same savers that I got like gypped at.
Well, that happened to you too, didn't it? With the Burberry coat?
Yes, because there was like 3 of them, exact same coat, same size, same style, same lining, same everything. And like 2 of them were priced lower, and one was priced like over double. And then I asked them to change the price on that one, and they changed one of the lower ones way higher.
They bumped it up.
Scam.
Those are biatch kachachas. And all the people that work there look like they love Depop.
Like true.
It's just
there's
true. And weird
dynamic of like kind of not very nice older women, and then like Depop teenagers.
Okay, but Depop teenagers are spooky.
I don't get it. There's one girl at the Savers we go to every time. She's either chain smoking outside, just like on her 30-minute, or she's like sitting inside behind the counter playing with like jewelry pieces. Never really seen her do any like real work.
And they always all have an attitude.
Oh my god, they're always so like, I don't want to work here.
Yeah. Don't
work there.
Well, they have an attitude. I want to be here, and I don't want you to be here.
Fun fact: you have free will and can work at any other store.
Okay, this is what I was just like screech laughing at, if you were wondering.
Okay, Effa, you right though. You got some spooky people.
But the thing is, and here's the thing, is that the people who work at Goodwill are actually the people who get out of jail and are looking for a job, but they're always the nicest people you've ever met.
Goodwill are always the nicest people.
They are. Sweet. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Who's the woman that works at Lakeville Goodwill? Tracy. There's a woman at Lakeville Goodwill. Her name is Tracy. She's so sweet. Her son goes to Iowa for like theater. And every time we have like a nice 5-minute conversation about like.
Oh, so he's going to be working there next. Okay, I'm sorry. I can say that because my best friend's a theater major.
Yeah, they are. But then, okay, so I don't know if anyone else has these around, but like Savers owns a company, well, not like a stored line called.
Unique.
There's some unique. Our Unique, I think.
I hate Unique.
I think
really. I think ours is definitely like
unique. I think our Unique is unique that it's actually so well priced. All the people that work there are like super.
Oh my god,
nice.
They are it brightens my day.
They literally.
There's one woman in particular.
So nice.
She tells us about her niece named Ryan Trout, who was in a couple of movies. Nephew.
She has a nephew who's been in movies, and she's like, "I love you guys." She's so nice. The guy there is so nice. Yeah. The, like manager.
They're always so polite.
I don't know if it's just the location.
They have a decent selection every now and again. You know.
That's like the honey hole. Don't
tell them that, man. Love it.
Yeah, they're getting on a plane right now.
Yeah, everyone's gonna like drive up. They're not even open. So like,
okay, and here's the thing. Okay, fun fact too is that like I know where all of Jack and Ryan's honey holes are, but I'm too lazy to get in my car because where I'm at to where they're at is literally an hour.
Yeah, like we said, he's on the north point, we're on the south, literally, and it's like where the like suburbs end in both directions.
It really is. Like, we drive through like farm country, and then there's
the problem is that there are no good stores where I live. The only good thrift store where I live is the one of the 3 bins in the cities is 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have to drive down to. Okay, so our friend group is me, Jack, and Ryan, and then Haley at Haley's Hanger. If y'all know her on Instagram,
the one that likes cheetah print and the color pink,
and Starbucks
on the internet.
Yeah.
She lives like in the cities. I live up here. Jack and Ryan live down here, and we always meet with like her, like where she lives.
We're
Literally
at a Starbucks.
in
It's
the
5
city
minutes
that
away
she
from
lives.
her grandma's
We
house that she
always-
lives at.
yes.
And we're like, oh, it took us a half hour to get here. Okay. And
More
she's
than
only ever
half an
driven
hour.
like twice. Probably because her trunk is full of stuff, but like
And she can't drive.
Yes.
was
Yeah.
it when we were going to like Noodles and Company one time and
She makes me so nervous.
she was like her hairstyle changed like 15 times
Oh, you can tell her on that.
during the drive.
Okay.
Sweater came on and off 4 times during the drive.
It was a
she put
time
on like 4
that-
different pairs of sunglasses.
Yeah, Nick must have been busy because I
Terrifying.
believe it was just us, and
I
then
think you had to work.
she met us at the bins,
Yeah.
and we were like gonna go to Noodles and Company for lunch after, and she's like, "I'll follow you because I don't know where it is." My phone just died because it was at 1%.
Her
So
phone's
like,
always
so I need to follow you because fun fact, it's always dead. And we were driving, and the whole time we drove there, we were just watching in the rearview mirror because she changed her sweater 3 times. She took her sunglasses off and like folded them up and put them up in the visor, took them down, put them back on, like again, like 3 times. She switched her hairstyle 3 times.
It was up, it was down.
It was
on
down,
one
then she
side,
threw it
then
up,
was on the other.
put sunglasses on, took them off, put it down again, changed the sweater. Like, how did she make it alive? Honestly, I don't know. Like,
I don't understand it. Oh my God.
Eva, I go to that Goodwill quite frequently because I go to the U of M in St. Paul, and this is like 4 minutes away. But if I'm down there, I'd rather go to the bins, which is like literally 3 minutes away from there, than regular Goodwill because I'm a bin stan.
I will say I've only been in that Goodwill once. The
double-decker Goodwill.
oh wait, is that the one in Minneapolis?
Oh, that one's bad.
No, on University in St. Paul. It's 2 stories.
Is that the only 2 stories one, right?
Yeah, I think that's the only 2-story one in Minnesota. But
Yeah, that one's bad.
I did horrible.
I did
it was so. Oh, I got one. Okay, one time when I was still really big into ThreadUp Lux, I found like 6 Armani Colazzoni pantsuits for $5.99 a piece there.
That's old money though.
I have literally like the 2 times we went, I walked out with nothing. Like legitimately, not even one thing that I was like.
I don't remember. So
I didn't buy a single thing. I just laughed.
Okay, we're gonna hit pause on our conversation for a second, just so I can say that there are 50 people here.
Hi, people. 51.
I'm so thankful for you guys that you're actually like here listening. I'm so excited. This is my first time. As I'm just gonna like do like shameless self promotion here for a second.
Oh my God, here we go.
I just started getting into YouTube like 3 weeks ago, and I'm working so hard to like put out content for you guys that's helpful. And I'm so glad at the response that I've gotten. And yeah, so thank you guys for being here. If you like our conversation, if you want to give me a thumbs up, maybe help me out in the algorithm.
Wait, hold on. Let me thumbs down quick. Give me a minute.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know.
Okay, we can go back to what we were talking about. Oh, and as I'm saying that, like 5 people left, but it's fine.
She said,
as soon as the promotion starts, they're like,
I gotta go.
Nope. It's like the SpongeBob getting out of the chair. Like,
I know. I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna head out.
Mike, will you stop playing with the money bag?
Oh my God! I look down and look up, and SpongeBob is there. Okay.
Hey,
I have a SpongeBob pillow. I am almost 20 years old, and I just like.
wait.
Okay, I would totally have a SpongeBob.
You can have the money bag in a minute. Whenever we do anything on camera, Mike says, "What is the loudest, most obnoxious thing I can shake around vigorously?" And it's his bag full of Cheerios today.
Anna, that's amazing. Congrats on getting into Notre Dame, and you can for sure. You can for sure. So I sell clothes to pay college, and I'm going to college 100% debt free because of it. So you can do it too.
Isn't Notre Dame the building that burned down? Isn't it
in Paris, the church?
Yeah, isn't it Notre Dame is the college?
Well, they're the same name. It's just Americans like to say Notre Dame, but it's really pronounced Notre Dame.
In Paris, and we were at the Notre Dame. Somebody was like, "I love the Notre Dame. It's beautiful in here," and I had a panic.
Krista asked us the question that we actually.
Okay, literally, that's what we were actually going to talk about in this live. Like, we just started chatting.
I know. This is always happening.
Oops.
Yeah, okay, so Krista asks, hi boys, my question is, during this quarantine time, have you changed anything about how you run your business? And if so, what?
And
Hugs.
hugs. I'm a hugger, so like
I'm
the
gonna socially
quarantine is like I'm having issues.
We'll elbow tap.
Okay, Nick, you can start. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was a little much. Okay. PG. Thank you.
Yeah, because like we're not a little much.
Yeah, literally.
Very too much.
Okay, so during quarantine, I've had to adjust, definitely. As I mentioned before, and for those who don't know me, a big part of my business is selling stuff at a physical consignment store. And what that means, I'm not talking like a Plato's Closet where you get paid up front. Like this store, I bring stuff and I get paid once it sells. And I can sign 100 plus things a week there. Like I bring in 100 things, they enter it, and it gets sold on the floor. And that makes up for about 30% of my income. I sold like 3,000 pieces of clothing.
Nick, you're frozen.
Nick,
oh no.
can you hear us? Can everyone hear us?
Hello?
Is Nick frozen for everyone else? Tell us in the comments. This is going to become our channel. We're taking over. This is actually what it was for. We're taking over.
Can you hear us? Can you still hear us?
What happened? Ray, good question.
Ray, I don't know what happened either. We're trying to figure it out. I hope Nick is doing okay.
Nick is
froze.
gone.
Yes,
so...
he's frozen. Nick's frozen. Okay.
So we'll
send
just
him a
take
text.
over.
Wait, hold on. What'd she say? I can hear Jack.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my bad.
He's going to take over your channel.
We were going to have 2 channels.
Yeah. This is our second channel.
This
It's
is
called Nick.
Welcome to our second channel. It's called Nick. I can't pronounce his last name still, so I'll call him Nick Wazowski.
Huh?
My Wi-Fi has. I've been praying that wasn't going to happen, but it happened. But we're good now. We're good. Okay. I apologize, everybody, for my technical difficulties.
It happened again.
No.
Okay, everybody, let's
summon him back.
Oh my lord, if it's gonna do it again. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
You were gone for a good.
You have a phone hotspot you could switch to.
Okay, wait. Did you not hear any of the things I was saying in the last like 30 seconds?
No.
You go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There's hundreds of pieces a week.
Okay. Sorry, folks, for my technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi has been kind of just like every like half hour. It's like I'm out.
I'm gonna go.
My mom just texted me. She was like, "Nick, you're frozen." So my mom is watching. Mama Jill's in the chat.
Hi, Jill.
Where's the engagement?
Jill, thumbs it down.
Please do. Oh, that would be
okay. I'm gonna be really rude and answer my mother really quick.
She says, "Nick, I get you're doing something with your friends, but text me back."
Megan, thumbs it down.
She says,
"I probably would." Okay, so I sell a lot of things at the consignment store. Moral of the story, and I lost that completely. Like that portion of my income gone. Because the store closed and they just reopened today, thankfully, but I haven't been able to bring stuff there for 2.5 months. And so we'll see how that goes, because the way I make money there is quantity, because I'm only making $3 to $4 a piece on the items that I'm selling there for the most part. But once you sell 3,000 items at $4 a piece, you can do the math.
Yeah.
And so that is interesting. So what I kind of did was I went to the drawing board and I said, what can I do to what can I do to bolster my business?
Chalkboard with like a professor's suit on. You're just like,
no, I have a whole notebook full of writing though. I'm a writer, like I am a physical like writer. I write lists of like what I need to do, or I make like
lists.
I make like associative maps for myself of like what I can do to like fix different things in my business.
I just memorize it, and then if I forget it, it must not have been important. Which is not good. Especially
type A versus B.
Type. I don't. It's not B.
Wait, I'm having issues. Wait. There we go.
Did I point the right way?
You're pointing at me. What are you trying to do? If you want to point at him,
No, it's this one. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
That messes me up every time. Okay, anyway.
Oy vey. Okay. So
Back to the matter at hand.
back to what I was
Back to
saying.
the drawing board.
Some of the stuff that so the first big thing I did, my mom just texted me, I can't figure out how to leave a comment, I'm old.
Chill.
Mom, it's because you're not logged into YouTube.
Bro, just yell. Just go into his room and just yell it into
I just heard my sister go downstairs and yell at her.
Megan, be nice to
Please
Jill.
just break into his room while he's live, please.
But anyway, first thing I did, I started an eBay store. I said I lost my one platform, so I'm going to start another one. And I've made like $650 on eBay so far, which, you know, $650 I didn't have before. And that already covered my month subscription to List Perfectly, and I only got a starter store, so it was like $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
How many items is the starter store? Is it 250?
It's 100 free listings. And then they had a promotion right now where you can get a bunch of free. They like gave everybody a bunch of free listings.
100,000 free listings.
Yeah, like 50.
And so I have like 130 things cross-listed in my eBay store, but I have been focusing the majority of my attention on Poshmark. So that's kind of the second thing that I've been doing is I've been really spending a considerable amount more time on my Poshmark, especially in the last couple weeks because my semester of Zoom University finished
ended quick
2 weeks ago, and so I in that 2 weeks stopped having to do schoolwork, so I had more time to do work. And I've really ramped up what I've been doing. I went from 550 available listings to now, as of today, I think I have 750. And so I've been cruising along with that. I had to adjust how I was getting inventory. I lost all of my sources to inventory, so I started online sourcing like everybody else. I bought some stuff from ThriftUp, and bundles on Poshmark like that. And then I was really reluctant to do the Nextdoor Facebook thing for a long time. I was like, people are going to take it the wrong way, and I was also afraid of bringing something back into my house because I live with my sister, and my sister is very immunocompromised. I won't go into that. She's fine, folks, but if she were to get Janine, it would be very bad. So I've been taking all of my ton of precautions when going out, just not so much for myself because I'm very healthy and I'm sure I would be fine, but my family members who I live with who are immunocompromised, that may have more severe issues as of that. So I was really reluctant to do Nextdoor, but I held off for a few weeks, and then I said, I'm just going to go for it. So, and I didn't expect any kind of response. So I posted on Nextdoor. I live in a very suburban residential area, so there was a bunch of neighborhoods. And over the 2.5 weeks that I have had the post up, I have picked up 30 pickups from people.
Woof.
Dang.
Ooh.
And
what, you're in charge of donating all this stuff?
I was going to say, but
that's the catch-22 of this whole thing, is that I have given up my in the garage parking space. And we currently have a third stall of a garage literally half full of stuff that needs to get redonate.
And you're
tax break.
And one of your
50 trash bags.
Box, you dropped something or something and your phone turned up and I saw your garage parking spot and I was like,
Nick, you gotta get that out of there so next time we can put for donations.
Yeah, I have 40 bags of stuff that needs to get donated, but also I've gotten 300 pieces of clothing that's either sellable in my main Poshmark store or sellable on consignment or my mom Jill has entered the chat.
Jill.
Hi, Megan to the rescue. You guys are so funny. Mom here. A legend. Jill, we are glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by.
But what I was saying, I have a lot of stuff for the consignment store when it opens, and I've been working on a little project that I will be announcing very soon. Actually, I'll just tell you right now, I have a second closet that I've been working on, but I'm not going to give you the username until I have 100 listings in it for people to shop.
I will if you pay me enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll give you my Venmo. I'll just tell you what it is if I remember.
Ain't that the truth, mother?
Nick has become Goodwill.
Nick has become
Jill,
Goodwill. I know.
I can fully believe that. Jill,
But-
how do you feel about your garage right now?
And your basement and the living room.
And his closet tumbling down.
And the breaking the things and the shelf falling off. I'm hungry, so I'm not like...
He's incoherent. No, but
She just goes back.
2 days ago, I picked up a pickup from a woman who, sorry, I just thought for a second, who gave me 5 trash bags full of stuff, and she literally gave me at least like $6,000 retail worth of stuff. And 3/4 of it's new with tags, which I'm so grateful for. I actually knew this woman, kind of. She was a friend of mine on Facebook. And she was just like, I have a couple things for you if you want to stop by. And so I was expecting like a bag full of stuff, not...
She's like,
literally
garbage bags of $6,000.
I got 213 pieces from her.
That's insane.
And at least 140 of them are new with tags.
And like good brands too.
Yeah,
like,
it's
not even just like...
Well, like, so the vast majority of the stuff that I got from her was like Ann Taylor, or she had a lot of Cabby. The story, she works for Medtronic, which is a medical device like company. They invented the pacemaker. And she's a mechanical engineer.
Pacemaker, wow.
And she for the last like 10 years has been traveling like the world. And she needed like business clothes all the time, and she just got promoted to being a consultant, but that means that she doesn't have to be in business casual all the time. So she literally just like dumped her entire business casual wardrobe on me. So anybody who saw my Instagram haul o'clock today, thank you. I'll get into that in just a second. But that was like a fourth, maybe, not even, of the stuff she gave me. And so I'm going to do hauls of that like in a row. But this is the other thing I've done for my business. And this is kind of since January of this year. I've really gotten into doing Instagram, like my haul o'clocks. I love doing them. And they've kind of become like my brand for my Instagram page. Like people love seeing them because it's a really good opportunity for people to learn labels and learn like the perceived value of things. But also I sell a lot of things from them. And I got my... What is my mom? He can't tell a short story ever. No, that's correct.
Your mom's comments this are killing me. Oh my god, I love it.
Where do you think I got my shadiness from?
Oh my god.
My mom and I have the same sense of humor and the same laugh. But I sell a lot of stuff off my Instagram lives via PayPal business, and it has really helped me out a lot. Okay. I'll stop talking now if you guys want to talk.
Ever.
She's really sad.
Jill.
She's pounding that point home.
Jill is
how have I
Jill
changed-
says,
Mom, the apple don't fall far from the tree. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just waiting to hear her like stomp up the stairs.
She says, don't you mouth off to me. She goes, I put you in. Has your mom ever yelled at you and said, I put you into this world, I'll take you out?
No.
Absolutely.
There have
mom
been
does
a
not.
few times Jada has
Jill, laughing by myself.
Or how have I changed my business? I buy everything on the internet now.
Internet.
Internet.
Wow,
the
that was
internet.
just IRNN.
Internet. The internet now. How else? I cross-posted more. And that's it.
You haven't done much.
No, not much
You-
has changed.
You source from your closet.
I did. Okay,
A
so
good
I'm
amount.
very glad that like I am stuck in my house because I have too much stuff. I have too many things. I buy too much for me. So it's nice that now I'm like, oh wait, I bought this and never used it, and it's sitting in my closet and worth money.
Yeah.
Why is it sitting in my closet? And it forced me to like really pay attention to like what I don't have listed, but I have inventory for some reason, which is a lot more than I
always
would,
happens
which
to
is
you.
a lot more than I would assume. So I like pull stuff out to ship it, and I'm like, oh my god, here's 4 things I don't have photographed yet. Let's do that. Let's.
Or do you ever just have like mystery things in your inventory? You're like, I don't remember this piece ever existing. Where did this come from?
Or you find them and you're like, oh my god, I thought I got rid of this months ago. Like a Coach scarf I sold recently.
With the thunderstorm.
In the door for months. And I was like, oh, wow, let's, take some initiative and list it. And it sold in like a week.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right now, it's just like, put
But
stuff
no.
in inventory.
Today, for
Never took
even,
pictures.
I found a pair of super cute Mercedes Castillo, like velvet mules. They're just sitting in my shoes.
I thought you had those listed.
I didn't. I was like, oh, hey, why haven't these sold? I don't have them listed anywhere. Don't know why. It's like a $500 pair of shoes. So, like, okay. That's how my business has changed.
Okay.
Coach scarf left in the rain. I did leave it in the rain.
Oh my gosh, yes. I appreciated my own edit for that one.
She cracked me up.
It cleaned up very well.
For me, I'm like kind of like Nick, where I have like different things that provide me a lot of income that I now cannot do. For me, it's the Real Reel. The Real Reel has become like quite a chunk of my income every month, and it is now not really
non-existent.
It's very much.
And I mean, even if they were operating completely, I'm not getting stuff in to send them.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't really matter that much.
I bought 2 things from the Real Royal yesterday.
Oh, really?
Was it money? It was J.W. Anderson and something from Copenhagen.
Ryan bought a Mersoni.
I bought a
Mersoni.
Mersoni. I bought a Mersoni towel backpack.
What did I buy?
$1,600. And I bought it for like $50.
I don't know why it was so cheap. They always mark me.
I don't even remember what I bought.
It was yesterday?
Yes. Okay. So I know I bought a cashmere Barney's like New York like cable knit sweater.
Yeah, money. It's
that
like
was like
or like a light cream.
It's like tan.
Yeah, I knew it.
And I bought. Oh my god! I was really excited. Oh. So the brand is MGSM. If you know it. They're really like up and coming designer. My friend Abby, who works at Neiman Marcus as a personal stylist, she was like, "Get MGSM because we keep selling out of it." It's a shirt that has the entire zodiac on it. It's like a striped button-down shirt, and it has like all of the zodiac constellations all over it.
That's what you bought?
I love that.
Yeah.
Can you please show me that? And if you ever don't want it, can I have it?
I am. Speaking of Zodiac, I nicked a Farm Rio Scorpio t-shirt from Posh for like $14, and I'm pumped, but I don't have anywhere to wear it. Speaking of where we're going to wear things, Jill just said, no one has anywhere to go fancy. Well, except Nick, he dresses to go to Starbucks and the post office.
True.
Just put you on blast the whole time.
I love it.
But like I walk into the post office every day, and I think, and in my very suburban Minnesota town, and only old people are there ever, and I walk in looking like I'm coming into like London Fashion Week. Like
I look like a bum. What did I wear today to the post office?
Getting out of my green Kia Soul, like strutting into.
What did I wear today? I wore a vintage T-shirt that had fish all over it, and tie-dye sweatpants, and Birkenstocks. And then I went home and put on my fuzzy Ugg slippers. So I
very on brand for you.
Jack,
do you let him wear the Ugg slippers in public?
I am like kind of scared too, because like they do have a sole on the bottom, but like I don't want to get them dirty because then I'll feel bad about wanting to wear them in the house. And my feet are cold inside all the time, so like I don't want to ruin that.
Jill says Nick just learned about the constellations today.
Okay, I knew what the zodiac was, but she explained to me that so I didn't realize when your star sign is happening. 6 months off of that. So like my star sign Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. And so right now is when 6 months after when your star sign is when you can see your constellation in the sky.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yet he's buying a constellation zodiac.
Yeah, mine just ended. It's May 6th.
In the sun.
Well, we hope you like your t-shirt, Nate.
It's not a t-shirt. It's a button-down, like a dress shirt.
If you ever get rid of that ASOS button-down, no, you
absolutely not. Nope.
Okay, so other ways that I've changed.
Okay, the woman. We're going back onto that button-down. I was in the drive. I wore it today, and the woman in the drive-thru at Starbucks was like, "Your shirt got dinosaurs on it."
You're like, no.
It's faces. And she goes, does it got dinosaurs on it? And I went, no, but if I had $1 for every time somebody said that. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Jack.
No.
Continue.
I tried to teach him to share. Sorry.
So besides, okay, I said no real, so that's a
Yeah.
pain. I guess I haven't like super added any huge step to like add all this extra income. I have been cross-posting a ton more. I'm like almost completely cross-posted on Mercari. Not that that really
Nice.
pays off that much, but it's nice to just know all my stuff is on there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I've been cross-posting to Tradesy. I added a few things to Grailed. I cross-post to eBay. None of those do like that crazy, but
No, I
It
had a
helps.
few Grailed sales right when I listed everything, and now I don't have any. So.
yeah.
Okay, but I feel like to be successful on Grailed, you have to have like kith and like
Definitely
supreme.
needs to be like a
And you
Yeah.
have to be a hype beast. I'm doing this so my face doesn't become a 100% shadow.
Mhm.
And then sourcing, yeah, I've been sourcing also on Posh and like eBay and ThreadUp. And I had never sourced on ThreadUp, but I really, really have liked using them as a place to source, that I will continue doing that even when we can like go back to normal. So like that's a positive. I also have like taught myself tons
You know a
of new
lot of
anthropology
anthropology
brands.
brands.
I basically could like catch any of them now. Like I thought I knew them all before. Well, I didn't obviously think I know them all, but I thought I knew a ton
You had
before.
like a good grasp.
I've literally
and you
like
had-
at least
wait.
doubled the amount that I know, which I'm like excited about now when I can go source, because I'll be like, this is bro. Wouldn't have known that before.
Yeah, Nick, what does your hair look like?
No, absolutely not.
I cut my hair, and I started
is-
to go back. Except
My hair
Obey.
right now is between me, my mirror, and God, and nobody else can see that.
we had a little issue, but you can't tell, especially because my natural hair is so dark and luscious.
What happened, Nick? I was just
My
bang.
It's terrible.
My hair is so bad. I have not gotten a cut in almost 3 months.
Do you not have a hair buzzer? You can't just like.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna change my hairstyle, and so I'm taking this opportunity to like. I'm either doing one of two things. I'm growing the sides out and getting like an actual haircut when everything's open, or I'm gonna have a Britney 2007 and just buzz everything.
I thought about that, but like, I looked like I was in fourth
I heard
grade
about
again.
so many people doing that full buzz thing. Not me. My haircut's also really easy.
Yeah,
So.
you know, if I like really just get bored, I might.
Jill is
The sides
explaining the
are
haircut
sticking
since you won't show us.
straight up. Oh no!
I wish Jill could like send pictures in the chat.
Oh, that would be iconic.
It looks
Oh, that'd be
so.
Okay, do you want me to take my hat off and see how
Yeah.
scary this is?
Take that off.
Yes. Yes.
Do it. Oh my
No.
god, it's awful. I'm kidding. It's not that bad.
It's like
It's poofy. It looks like a cheetah.
Oh my
head.
gosh, the top of your top hair is getting so long.
Wait, now
well,
how
yeah, I
long?
haven't gotten cut in 3 months.
Wait, hang it straight forward, please.
Oh,
And then hold an electric
but like
guitar.
throw it forward. Oh, okay.
Wait, now put your hat back.
Mine has definitely been longer. I can completely.
It looks like
stand.
when you like put clothes on a dog.
I look like Cousin Aunt.
What's
You
that?
do.
No, what's that Animal
That's
Crossing
funny.
character? Like
Shep.
lines.
Shep. Yeah, you look like
Animal
Shep from
Crossing.
Animal
Emo.
Crossing. Emo.
I remember that's definitely my vibe when I don't cut my hair and I look like somebody put a mop on my head. It looks all.
Cindy, I can give you some baby pictures sometimes. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll post them. I'll post them up. I was a cute kid, actually. I had a really big head. Like, I still have a big head, but like I had a disproportionately large head as a
I feel like a
child.
lot of little kids nowadays have like massive heads. I don't know why. I don't understand it.
Yeah. So, Jack, you were talking about ThreadUp and how you've been doing it. Somebody just asked if you can find some of the lesser known anthro bands for cheaper. I think the answer is yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that they don't have
Yeah.
like
As,
in
like,
the system.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you can do the whole like assorted brands thing that some people
I'm
do.
not patient enough for that.
That
No, I
is,
don't
that
have
take,
that
I've
much
done it
effort.
once, and it's so much work. It takes so long, and like, yeah, it can pay off if you find something really good, but like,
You also gotta sit through a whole lot
oh
of
my
garbage.
gosh.
And I have kind of like a list. I'm sure you guys do too. You have like a list of brands that you always check.
Yeah.
Like on different platforms, like first when you're online sourcing, you're like, you look for certain brands, and if they're the stuff in those brands you can find for cheap enough, like you have a number in your head that you buy it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I kind of do, and I do that on Posh too. And then I sort like solds, and then I find things that people like. I find stuff that people sold for way under market value, and then I like go to their closets and always find good stuff. I just gave y'all my biggest secret for online sourcing, by the way. So I'm sure there's people in the reselling community who would like shoot me, like I'm gonna get like sniped out my window for saying that on the internet, but you're welcome.
What? Okay, not brands. I'm not having you out more information of your own, like your secret information, but like what kind of stuff do you source on ThredUp? Like obscure bougie brands, or just like brands everyone knows, like.
My favorite thing to do, so I have certain brands that I like to look up all the time, but I like to do like stuff that I know that I can, it's more so category, I guess. I buy stuff on there that I know I can sell for a good return on investment. So like I buy a lot of jeans, and I buy a lot of dresses and jackets.
I look at a lot of dresses, yeah.
But jeans have definitely been the thing I've bought a lot of on ThredUp. Like, remember those Good American jeans I sent you a screenshot of when I bought them? I just sold them. I sold them the same day as I listed them for $90. Dang. And so, like, stuff like that. I've gotten a lot of one of my favorite new designers that I've kind of discovered is called Anine Bing, and I have gotten, I think, 6 or 7 Anine Bing pieces from ThredUp over the last like couple months, and I've already sold like 4 of them. So like stuff like that. I have designers in my brain. If you watch my Bolo video, not to like shamelessly plug again, but a lot of those brands are brands that I'm looking for consistently.
Yeah. So it's more kind of like obscure designers.
Yeah. Another thing I'll do is I'll go on Net-a-Porter and go on their best-selling designers list and look up those brands, because a lot of those aren't very well known. But I think that's where a lot of money is on the internet, is that there are, of course, like big brands that everybody knows and are very saturated. Yeah. But there are also a lot of smaller designers that, even though they might not have as large of an audience, they have like a cult following. Like people who like them love them. And like, I'll use an example. So a while back, I got this pair of heels from a designer named Gray Matters.
I thought you were going to say vlog, and I was like, Nick, if you talk about food vlogs more time, I'm going to knock you down.
I wasn't going to do that, no. Right. I'm talking about like really kind of obscure. And I found these shoes at Goodwill for $5.99, and I literally put them back on the shelf because I had never heard of them before. And then I picked them up again because they were really kind of cute. They were like that low cut style of shoe, and they had a square heel. And I looked them up, and they retailed for $500 on Net-a-Porter, and they were still on Net-a-Porter, but I had never heard of it. And there were like 2 solds on Posh, and I bought them, and I ended up selling them for $180.
Damn.
And it was somebody who was a collector of that brand, that like specific brand that they looked specifically for it. He doesn't have
what?
My mother.
If you ever see me laughing, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at your mom.
I like to look at like Essence, the website Essence, and then I like to look at like Rent the Runway. They have some obscure like dress brands.
I do like a good Rent the Runway moment,
and I'll like learn new ones from there. And you can sometimes find like good deals places on those. So yeah, I do that too.
I don't have the brain power, I feel like, to memorize like different designers that aren't really.
Your customer base is also like every girl inside Urban Outfitters.
Yeah.
That's another interesting thing that we could talk about, is like how different our closets are, but like,
oh my god,
how we're all successful.
Yeah.
I only sell Anthropologie and 3 people. Literally though, I think in the past 2 weeks, that's all that I sold.
I know exactly what that's from.
That's all that I've sold. It's like Anthropologie, Urban Outfitters, and Free People. And I feel like, because it's definitely, if you look at my last Instagram post, that's what I like to pick up, and that's what I like to wear. So I feel like just vibes are channeled that like the people come to me and that's what they buy. And then that's what I buy in return. So
whereas like I personally like really, really like
Yeah, I
Not
would say
just because
that.
it's expensive. Just like I just am like fascinated by
Yeah.
it, and I really like some of the art people can create basically as clothes. So like that's
Mhm.
what I like to have a lot of. Obviously, I really like Anthro.
I was gonna
also.
say I will definitely like not pass up a good deal on a pair of bougie things. Like a few, not weeks ago. Wow, like right before we all went on like mega lockdown, I bought a pair of Louboutins, Christian Louboutins, from our consignment store friend.
Ryan's like fascinated by Louboutins.
I love Louboutins. They're so fun. I've had 2 pairs so far. I bought them both for one was like 80 and one was 150. I sold one was a gold pair that I bought for 80. I sold those for like 250. And I think the other one sold for 4.
You bought them for like 120, which was a lot for you. I was kind of shook.
But they also,
But
she
you
had
sold
the
them for like
box,
450
she had
bucks.
the little Nordstrom tag on them. She had the little plastic thing that if you wear the other one down, you stick that in there. So like she had all.
It had extra taps.
Yeah.
That's what those are called. Yeah, the little like the pieces.
Yeah, the heel taps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pieces. She had all them pieces. So I was like, okay. And then it made a really good Instagram picture. So like,
okay, raise your hand if you've bought something solely for the Instagram photo op.
This hand.
Okay. Let me just put a story time about mine. It's not really a long story.
Buy?
When I bought all those Lucky Boots,
oh my
I probably honestly wouldn't have bought that many of them until I thought of the idea of like, I got lucky sourcing today, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get all of them.
I was with him when he bought all of those, by the way. And I passed on half of them, and Jack was like, boo, boo, boo.
It was literally okay. So this store that we got them a lot, the like baskets aren't very big.
No, they have big
so
baskets.
You definitely
and I, like,
filled multiple of them. But I remember if you were behind the scenes, aka Jack's mom, he was laying on the deck at his parents' house, and it had just rained, so it was wet. So we were trying to like not get the boots all ruined. I was standing on a deck chair.
I had to lay on a wet
with a towel. He was sitting in like a crunch position, so we didn't get.
I was gonna say, if any of you like actually take like Instagram pictures and try to do ones with people taking a picture of you from above.
Oh my god, you definitely
can't just lay. You gotta like,
because then you just look like your head's being pinched. I learned that when Haley took.
It's an ab workout.
Picture of me outside of Goodwill, and my head looks tiny.
And you have to work on getting someone to stand over you somehow. Like you need like a ladder or a chair.
I was standing on a chair,
a lot of work.
praying to the guy in the sky that I would topple over and bust my neck, or that I would fall over and ruin all these boots,
or smash into me,
or like God, break you,
or your fiance.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
like the boots. As I'm just like,
Jack gets paralyzed. But no, I definitely. What have I? The boots. Okay, those Louboutins though. I definitely was like, I will make a chunk of money.
It was like an added bonus,
and they were still on the Louboutin website for $1,000. So like, I'm not mad.
Yeah,
it was expensive. Oh, what have I bought though?
What have you, Nick? I'm sure you have, but what have you, Nick
says
bought for the picture?
Rothy's.
Would you not buy them otherwise?
What?
Would you not buy them otherwise?
Okay, I'm gonna expose myself here for a second. I one time, I mean, I probably would have bought them anyway, but I paid $70 for a pair of Rothy's.
Oh, I mean, like you'll make a lot back though.
And I sold them for $120. So I made like $30 on them.
Yeah.
But which I probably would have bought them anyway, because making $30 in a day is fine with me. Especially if I have like the capital to invest, but I definitely bought them with like, and they were new in the box too. I definitely bought them like with the Instagram post in mind.
With the caption. Yeah. Oh, I definitely bought a pair of Gucci sunglasses on Poshmark that are like Elton John glitter with a rainbow thing, and they're massive.
He looks like Kris Jenner when he's wearing.
I really do become the mom man.
He needs the T-shirt that says "Momager" on it.
I need to get that. Yeah, but no, I definitely they're so impractical, and they sit like here on your nose, so you definitely sound like the nose job.
You sound like Roz.
I really do. I really do sound like Roz.
But he also
didn't file your paperwork.
He also doesn't get to sell them though, because I found them.
I'm 100% never gonna sell
them. And I was gonna buy them to resell, and he was like, "I want them for me." And I was like, "If I give you this link,
they are so bougie.
You have to keep them, and you can't resell them." So
and, I mean, like I paid next to nothing for them compared to retail.
Oh my god,
$700 pair of sunglasses.
She had them so cheap, and they're like so obviously,
I will say,
like real.
They're so cute, and like okay. They do feel really good. Like for
they're
for
totally
$700 plastic.
It's heavy.
It's
It's
fun.
like real nice.
So I just bought a pair of Christian Dior sunglasses.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
remember.
And they're so cool. They're still on the website for $500.
So they have are they the ones that have the like circus on them. Oh
no, they're like shield sunglasses.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so like
you sent me those.
they like across, and then they have a cutout on them. But I wore them one day, and they gave me a wicked headache.
Oh,
Were
really?
they too tight? Yeah.
No, not that they're too tight. I don't think they're prescription.
They just like also can like touch just certain.
But it was
Oh.
almost like they were prescription.
Oh.
But I don't think they're prescription, but they might be magnetized or like
readers.
something. And I'm
I
like
got bifocal in them.
yeah, I was like, this, I can't do this. So I'm gonna sell them.
Yeah.
I only paid $60 for them, so I'll make money on them, and I'll just go back to my trusty Ray-Bans.
So pumped to get something, and then it just falls through.
Bad.
I bought a pair of Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses for like $30. They were so cute. They were the like circus motif, and they had like carousel horses going all the way back. And she's like, I broke them. She messaged me and was like, I was shipping them and I dropped them and they shattered. Like they cracked in half.
I had a pair of sunglasses do that to me, but it was because it was 30 degrees below zero.
Oh,
and it was so cold, and then I put them on my hot face, and this was a like science experiment gone bad, because they were in the door of my car, and it was like 30 below, and I just took them out of the case, I put them right on my face, and both the lenses popped out, and
that sounds like a nightmare.
Like a cartoon, like
that
your
would
eyes
be terrifying if they were like on your face and they just like Pokemon like ka-ching, like blew up. Oh my god.
Jill is leaving.
Oh.
Good night, Esther. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you for stopping.
Bye, Esther. Have a nice night.
Bye, Jill.
Bye, Jill. Have fun. Please come back every time we make a video and just say hi.
Yeah, so for people, well, none of y'all would know. My mom's a teacher. She teaches 8th grade.
She's a
and she's been having an interesting time teaching her 8th graders from our kitchen.
What does she teach? Science?
Yeah, she's an earth science teacher.
Earth science. Oh, Lord.
My mom has 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree in I almost just said in Spanish. That is incorrect. In science. And so I always poke fun at her because she's like the most overqualified 8th grade science teacher ever.
I love her.
But she's really like knowledgeable of what she teaches, and so she's really good with her kids.
She's gonna be like, I don't know how to do any of this.
Just hi. What is she?
No, okay. So come on, say hi initially, and then like commentary, please.
Oh, got it.
Appreciate. I made it through 8th grade. Me too.
I'm proud of you, Cynthia.
Me too. I got a D in woodshop though.
I got an unsatisfactory in scissor cutting in kindergarten.
Oh, I did good in kindergarten, and then it was it was a stair step down.
How do you like? What does it even mean to do good?
I remember I got a C in family consumer science, like home.
That's nuts.
I lit the cookies on fire.
That's so nuts.
I didn't realize how to read the oven, so where it said like low, medium, high, I turned the dial the wrong way.
Ryan doesn't know how like day-to-day tasks work. Y'all want to know? So want me to out him for something? Real sad.
I don't know what this is, so I don't like this. What are you going to tell them?
He thinks the left dial on a faucet is cold.
Is it not? No, I know it is now.
No,
the left's hot.
Yeah, and he thinks it's cold. And every time he has to ask...
I mean, to be fair, in England, it's opposite, so...
Yeah, see...
And then he pulled it out of his butt and said, because at my house, it's opposite. And already I knew that was not true. And then sure enough,
you were like, Janet, I need to investigate it.
Nope, his house is like everyone else's.
I know. I've been in 8th grade for 29 years.
So like he'll like I'll walk in and he's like brushing his teeth with like scalding hot water.
It burns the germs away, you know?
Okay, Angela, I'm gonna answer your question. But like my mother said, I can't answer a short story. I'll try to make this as short as possible. I was really big seller on ThreadUp for years. Like I have been selling on ThreadUp since 2013. which is when ThreadUp was literally you sent stuff in and everything you got paid out upfront for 50%.
Online Plato's Closet.
It was small. They only had like a couple thousand active lists. Like I have been there since like the beginning. I was on ThreadUp before I was on Poshmark. But it was really kind of last year and the year before that I did ThreadUp like super hard. When ThreadUp Lux, before it became super like popular with a bunch of resellers, I was one of the first people in the ThreadUp Lux program because I got invited to be in the ThreadUp Lux program because I was one of their like top consigners. And when they were still doing like the pay up front option for where you could like choose, that's when I made the majority of my money on ThreadUp because I would source on like Poshmark. I had certain brands that I'd buy like Acris and St. John, and like certain things like blazers and whatever. So like I would get like Acris cashmere blazers for like $20 on Poshmark, and then their upfront payout option would be like $150.
Dang.
And I'll share I pay taxes, folks, so I'm going to tell you this. I'm being transparent.
The government knows.
I made in the span like last year and the year before, I made $15,000 on ThreadUp.
Combined, separately, like each year.
Last year, I think I made like 12 grand on ThreadUp, and then the year before, I think I made like 8 or 9. My lifetime earnings on ThreadUp. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't say that.
No,
is a lot.
Okay, but what?
Not as.
You can tell us
like,
that.
Is it 6 figures?
It is not 6 figures.
Okay.
I've made $7 million.
But it's like definitely you could buy like a cheap new car with what I mean, I don't have it anymore, obviously. I used that to pay. When I was making that, I was still in high school and I used that money to pay for like I went to London, England, and I paid for my whole trip with that money. I went to New York City and I paid that whole trip with that money.
Oh, that'd be a good Instagram post.
Yeah. What?
That'd be a good
Instagram bought me my vacation.
Poshmark bought me my... Oh, you did Poshmark bought me my car, which I'm going to steal.
True.
My car.
I'm waiting for the day I can do like I've made $100,000 on Poshmark post.
Oh, I can't wait.
Same.
Because she's coming.
I don't check my numbers like ever. So
I don't know how much I have.
Okay. Yeah, my friend Mogi just made a video on that. She just hit 100K in sales. I'm sure most of you subscribe to Mogi Beth.
Yes.
She is literally one of the most incredible people I've ever met in my entire life. Like business-wise and person-wise. If you ever get a chance to meet her and like sit down and talk to her, she's incredible. One of my business inspirations.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll just let you guys figure out whatever you were figuring out over there.
I was just looking at my sales.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think I've ever checked.
Damn. Okay.
I should ask, does anybody in the chat have any questions for us? There are still 45 of you as I can see, and that is insane. Again, thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. If you're so inclined, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, what are your questions? I have a lag, like my chat lags at least like 30 seconds, so I'm sorry if I'm delayed in responding to y'all.
How do you know? How do you know yours is behind?
Because y'all always
are reading comments and you haven't seen them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Jill's reads. We're getting an exclusive first look at Jill's.
Iconic. Oh my god, it's in my eye.
Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. So last year at Posh Fest, so we had talked to each other on like Instagram, but last year at Posh Fest, I like met her in person for the first time, and we sat down at a table and literally talked for an hour, like over an hour and a half maybe, just like chatting about stuff. But she's amazing.
I didn't get to meet her. I hope we can go in October and I get to meet her.
Nick, what's wrong with what do you mean what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you? Is everything okay? Anyway. You've never seen those TikToks? I'm shocked. Really? They're very funny. They're very funny.
Jennifer, she is like literally, it's not a facade. You know, some people, I'm not going to name names, because I'm not going to be shady today. But like Jack and Ryan, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Some
As
people,
a person, we pushed
I'm
him down.
the devil in person.
some people definitely put up, I think, kind of a facade. I'm not saying they're fake, but they definitely put on like an internet face.
Oh yeah, they do.
And they have real personalities that you get to see in person, and everybody has true colors, and they come out of flying sometimes, and we've seen that a couple times in this quarantine drama moment. But no, Mogi is incredibly sincere, and she's down to earth and literally really smart in business. She went to school at NYU for business, which is, I think, where some of her business savviness comes from.
Yeah, for Mogi. From Miss Mogi.
Okay.
Joey asks, how do you think sales will change when stores open?
I don't really think it'll. My thought, my theory is, and I think Dr. Phil mentioned this, that there's like definitely going to be a period where like even if things are open, like people are still going to be afraid to go out.
So
like
shop online.
Me being one of those people, like if I don't really need to go, I don't want to go.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely think like it's not going to go anywhere, and especially like a ton of places didn't make it through that 2.5 month period.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I really don't think there may be like a little bit of a dip.
Well, but you can also think of like there are going to be people who are going back to work and making money.
Exactly.
Again.
So like the income also starts coming back in, and then they're thinking about passing another stimulus check bill.
Yeah.
So well, the odds of that actually getting signed into law, and we're not getting into politics right now, but a certain somebody, there's no chance of that getting signed in the current state it is.
Which makes me sad. But I think the one that I read was like just for like frontline workers, which like
I don't think anything is gonna.
Even the Republicans like those people because they have to.
No politics, Ryan.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think. Oh, that is my dog. If you heard that, he's like
body
slammed my door.
The door open.
But what was I saying? What was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Okay, wait just a second. Come here, Buster. Come here. Oh, my dog's gonna make an appearance.
Look
by
the door.
Buster, look.
He says,
camera. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Wait, I don't remember what I was saying. Never mind.
I don't actually either. So.
Okay.
Hi, buddy.
Next question. What do you all think of the Seller's Insight app? Everyone's talking about.
Don't get us started. Okay, this is a divide.
We have very differing opinions.
Yeah, I will definitely say though, for me personally, I just put everything in a Google sheet. So I like have my numbers, but like I can definitely like from my convenient standpoint that like it'd be nice or it could be beneficial.
I will say
all your like numbers presented.
I will say is
but also $40 is really expensive.
No, we're not getting opinionated. Nick has it. We don't have it. That's all we'll say.
And I really like it because I hate like spreadsheets and numbers and whatever. And Jack has a literal accounting degree. So like
read in spreadsheets and numbers.
So like he's good at numbers. I keep books and I'm pretty good at keeping books, but like I hate like analyzing spreadsheets. And that was like he spent like tens of thousands of dollars in getting a degree in analyzing spreadsheets. So that's kind of my thing. Also, if you're in the chat and thinking about getting it, wait a week until I have a referral code and then buy it under my referral code.
Or use yourself for a couple.
Yeah, I'm doing a partnership with them starting next week, and so I'll have a referral code for people to get it for $10 off if they want to get it. But yeah, I think if you're already have a numbers system and like are good with spreadsheets, it's worth it. Or are good at like pivot tables and that kind of stuff. I think you don't get it. Like if you could do it all on your own. But if you're somebody like me who hates generating like numbers or like dealing with spreadsheets or whatever, I think the $40 like is worth it and having like insights into your sales and whatever. And it's a one-time $40 fee. Like you don't have to pay it monthly or anything. It's one-time fee and you get all of the updates for the app for free. Like they consistently have been updating it even now. And the guys who run the app like I've been in contact with them because I've been working on a collaboration, and they're so nice. They're two husbands of two resellers, and who are like they're tech guys, and they spent a year developing this app because their wives didn't have because Poshmark doesn't have a seller dashboard like eBay does,
which is annoying.
So you can't see your sales insights. But with this app, you can. Okay, I'm gonna let my dog out of my room because he's gonna. Oh wait, you got him?
I guess he's gonna snore.
Buster.
My sister's like,
hi, Megan.
Megan, they say hi.
Hi.
They cannot see you.
Well.
Wait. Yeah, there she is.
Hi, Megan. Hello.
I can't hear them, but it's fine.
Yeah, I have my AirPods in, so she cannot hear you, but it's fine.
Sorry, Megan.
She can't hear you.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, this is what I was going to talk about before that where'd it go? Before we started switch topics. I was going to say I'll make this quick. After the 2008 recession hit is when resale first became like a thing. And historically after when people are in more tight economic situations, people don't want to buy less things because we live in a very materialistic society. They find alternative ways to buy the things that they were buying before, and they usually turn to secondhand. So like, even though like in April, we were in like the throes of Janine 19, Poshmark had their historically best sales month ever.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. Like, I don't think it's going to affect Poshmark. And I think if anything, people are going to get more hooked on Poshmark because they find that they can get stuff. If there are people who are used to paying full price for things, which feels weird to us, but there are people who are like that. Like the woman gave me bags full of Ann Taylor stuff that she bought full price in the store and then never wore. Like there are people like that, who then get on Poshmark and buy stuff and they are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then like exclusively buy stuff secondhand. So I don't think it's going to be a problem once stores start reopening.
No, I don't think it will.
I don't either.
That wasn't a question. That was just Larissa making a statement.
I've been analyzing my own reports. Yeah.
I feel like
I think it's partially because and this is I'm like iPhone gang for life. Like they could sell a pre-cracked iPhone and I would still buy it.
Yeah.
But I think that the reason why a lot of people make iOS versions of apps first is that it's iOS is an easier process. They're very different, one. But iOS is typically a more user-friendly processing system to work with when developing an app. I have friends who make apps. And Android, because Androids are usually geared towards more tech-savvy people anyway, because they have a lot more features that are of that nature. And so when they when they code software and apps for Androids, it's a lot more complicated and like completely different than when they do it for iOS, like Apple products. So I don't think it's that people are like Android users are second class. I think it's just they're very different. It takes time to develop both things. Because I know most tech companies, like app-based tech companies, have separate teams for iOS and Android.
Yeah.
Like, oh. Yes. It's been progressive talked about it a great session.
What are these voices you're making?
I'm a very loud reader.
Yeah, Sabrina, that's what I know too from the basic coding that I have come into contact with, which is very little. Yeah. Thank you guys for asking questions. Thank you to all you guys who are still in the chat.
Yeah.
44 people. An hour and 23 minutes.
Audrey says wrong way. Audrey says thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Audrey.
So does Buster.
Yeah, and Buster and Alexander Hamilton.
Oh my
god, I freaking hate Hamilton.
How can you?
Okay, so I was in high school when that musical came out.
Well, so was I.
I was a theater kid in high school, but it was like right when I was like, my drama teacher was awful. I hate all these people. Why am I here? And everybody would not shut up about Alexander freaking Hamilton. It was annoying. The music is annoying. All the girls that sang it were irritating. So it's a not that great song to me, paired with a negative memory, which just like cultivates anger and hate toward the musical. I've never actually seen it. I don't want to because I don't want to like it and then be
It's
like, oh wait.
one of the better shows I've ever seen. I did pay $400 for my ticket to see it.
I saw Liberace Behind the Candelabra. Beautiful musical. Loved it. I saw Cats on DVD one time. Loved it. But my favorite play is Barefoot in the Park by like a long shot. It's amazing. It's on YouTube for free and it's like an hour. It's so good.
My favorite play is Phantom of the Opera.
I've never seen that and I look for it.
Wait, where's my poster?
That could be
Goodbye.
I saw Phantom of the Opera in London at the first theater it was ever performed at. It's called Her Majesty's Royal. Most incredible experience of one of my top 5 experiences of my life.
That sounds really fun. I love London. Oh, it'd be so fun to go back.
That's where I'm planning on studying abroad.
That'd be fun.
That would be a really good time though.
London or Paris.
You're gonna speak French, they're like, okay, you fucking overachieving American. That'll be funny. Excuse me, French though. Oops. It's okay.
J'irai à Paris.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
I don't speak any French. I remember we were supposed to go to Paris though for not
I'm so sorry for you.
With my 84-year-old grandma in
Maryland.
That's not gonna happen. And she was like, I'll speak French, and it just sounded like a train wreck.
Okay, so tell me what the Gucci shirts all say then. What is that thing that I like?
Most of them say L'Avenir on them, which means which means future.
Oh.
So
like your one shirt says future is here, I think.
Okay.
That white one?
It's like Lagans, Par l'amour or something like that.
Well, Par amour is by love.
That's what I thought.
I think that says taken. I think that means taken by love.
Oh.
I mean, I couldn't hear the first word, but from my recollection.
Or something. Or Lagans. It looks like it says Lagans. That's probably completely butchered, but trying to find one. Of course, as you can see.
I gotta return the real. Darn.
Everything I ever sell on the real return.
Oh, it's I don't know. La of Whale.
The Avenue of Love.
Okay.
If I can't read it, I don't buy it.
Why?
Because I don't want it to be like, everybody in the 90s got those Chinese tattoos and none of them mean like peace or happiness or water. It's like egg. I had so I took Chinese for 2 years in high school, 3 years actually.
Really?
And, I don't remember any of it.
Oh, he doesn't know.
No,
single.
I don't.
Single.
I know something a little uncouth. It's a big movement. It's called the Dapian. That's all I remember. And one of the girls in my class, she was one of those like 18-year-old high school sophomores, and she had a little Chinese tattoo in her ankle, and my teacher just laughed at him. She was like, "Why are you laughing at me?" She goes, "Because your tattoo says eggs." And she's like, "It means happiness." And she goes, "Eggs." It was so funny. So like, that scarred me. Like, if I can't read it and can't confirm it, don't go on.
I also love Rent. Top 5?
Is that the one? No, that's Fiddler on the Roof.
No, Rent is about HIV.
Oh.
In the 90s.
Oh, dark themes.
Every good show has a dark theme. But like Seasons of Love, every time I hear that song, I start crying. Like, I hum it to myself sometimes, like 525,600.
Stupid Alexander Hamilton song.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
That's the one that literally.
And I'm waiting in the wings for you.
Is the Annie song that Leslie Jones sings in SNL. They sing it, and she goes, "No, it's blackface."
I don't know.
Anyway,
I also know nothing about
musicals.
So like,
feel.
I'm just sitting here like in one ear or the other. I don't know anything.
Boy. Well, does anybody have any like last questions in the chat? I think we're winding down here. So We can answer any like last things. Otherwise, we might sign off for the night.
We are at an hour and a half, and I have not had dinner.
Yeah, we did.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. No one said anything. Good night.
I am petrified of getting like something with a bad translation, which is why I won't get anything other than English or French that I can translate myself.
One of my cousins got a Japanese one, but she also like knows Japanese, so like it
What
was
is
fine.
it?
Amanda.
Like I'm getting.
God, but
So I was supposed to get a tattoo in May.
I'm supposed to get a lot more tattoos.
yeah, I want to get one like this month, but
They're all closed.
I got
But
like 5 that I'm getting after this. But like, okay.
But I was getting because I'm getting two. I'm getting them above my like knees.
No,
so, like, one right
I'm
here,
taking my other one on my knee.
right there. But I'm getting on my one. I'm getting Cécio. It's French. It says it's this too shall pass in French. Cécio aussi devrait passer.
Cute.
And then on my other one, I'm getting a quote in like block text above my knee, and so they're like going to be like symmetric. It's going to be really cool.
They hurt. I will definitely say. Is this like when you go to the doctor and they tink your knee and your leg flies up? My leg definitely kicked up a couple of times.
But I'm getting a like on my thigh, like not on my knee, like on my thigh.
Yeah, no, it's on your thigh.
this is like an inch above his knee.
I'm gonna get my other one. I got where we got engaged, and then I'm getting when we get engaged on the other knee.
That's cute.
I know, I love it because I didn't want to. Well, okay, so I
was
was always told names and tattoos is bad juju. No. So I was like, I'm not gonna get a name, but I'm gonna get a sappy little cute tattoo. And then I'm getting my grandma's glasses that she tapes up because she's a nut, but I love her to death.
I mean, you have trash can on your arm.
I do. Okay, so this one, you won't be able to see it. It says "Take care," my grandma's handwriting. And when I got it, my science teacher said, "Do you like Tom Cruise?" And I said, "No, that's not what it is at all." And then for some reason, everybody thinks it says trash can,
including me.
I just got like beautifully old lady curse. But no, you're definitely not the only person.
But that's the first time anyone had asked.
Oh,
well, I also okay. So I also have a cursive tattoo on my arm, but mine's big.
That's very easy to read. That's big cursive. I got like little old lady cursive.
Well, because this is my.
Like,
so this is my handwriting on my arm.
Good handwriting. I got terrible handwriting.
And then this one hurt so bad. Like right here on your arm, you have like 8 bajillion nerves.
Oh, it doesn't. Do you know what really hurts? Is like the crook of your elbow, and I got both of mine.
Chest.
Oh, yo.
Or back of your rib cage.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I
have a friend who has a giant rib cage tattoo, and she said it's the most painful thing she's ever done.
Yeah, the rib cage is like my most painful.
I want to get a foot tattoo, but like that would be the devil.
I've heard those aren't too bad.
But like, there's no meat on your foot. Like you got no like fat or like muscle or anything to like, you know. Zzz. So like you're just hitting like football.
He has a way with words.
Okay. Do you think we should
but like
right?
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah. I want dinner.
Ryan's gonna get
almost 10 o'clock.
Ryan's gonna start gnawing on his arm.
Yeah, or mine.
Where's Mike? Mike, come here. He got he says yes. Oh, he's not coming. Mike, come here. Anyway.
Okay. I think we'll call it good for the night. But thank you so much, everybody. Before we sign off, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're from somewhere else, if you feel so inclined, subscribe. And we'll do this again. I might hold Jack and Ryan hostage again in a couple weeks. And we might even have at Posh Boss Blake, but he bailed on this one.
He did.
So
he said, I got other more important things to do. No, he definitely.
But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Toodles. Poodles.